Ladies and gentlemen, fight fans all around the world, let's talk some boxing. So, I was speaking about what not to do when attacking your opponent, and I cited an instance with Manny Pacquiao versus Chris Algieri. And I believe that I said you need to move your head when you're attacking your opponent. Now, some responses to that video, somebody said I didn't know what I was saying. Another person said to me he didn't understand what I was talking about. So this video is to clarify that and make it very clear to anyone who's watching. Okay, here's Manny Pacquiao versus Chris Algieri, and we're going to look at it in slow motion and you'll see what I mean. So here's Manny Pacquiao. He's attacking Chris Algieri. Notice his head is not moving. His head is stationary. Watch again. This time he gets countered by Chris Algieri. Now one person, I think it was Mr. Murdoch, who was one of our subscribers. Murdoch, he said, but Chris Algieri was shelling up. Well, there you just saw Chris Algieri land that straight right on Manny Pacquiao's chest. Let's keep watching. Here is Manny Pacquiao again attacking Chris Algieri, off balance, and his head is stationary. It's in the center line. Here it is again. His head is just dangling in the center line. Here Chris Algieri this time counters Manny Pacquiao. Again, his head movement is not that great. He did move a little bit, but he got caught on his neck. And watch him again, just moving straight through the center line. Here it is again. Throwing punches off balance. Here it is again. Chris Algieri this time pops him with the straight right because his head is stationary when he's attacking him. Okay, now you say, well, he knocked down Chris Algieri 6 times in that fight. Okay, here's Manny Pacquiao 2 years before doing the exact same thing against an opponent this time who you shouldn't be doing that to, Juan Manuel Marquez. Let's see what happens. He's moving his head here, but then he comes in with his head stationary. It's pretty much on the true line. He comes straight in on the true line, attacking Juan Manuel Marquez, who gets out of the way of those shots. There he moves outside the line. That's good. But there he does it again. This time he controls Marquez's head with head control, which is very good. Side to side head movement, very good. Marquez still finds him and lands the straight right. This time, again, responsible movement by Marquez. Even though he catches Pacquiao, Pacquiao had responsible movement himself. Very good head movement right now by Pacquiao. This is because Marquez will always miss his target once you have head movement. But there, Pacquiao, as soon as he starts to throw his combinations, his head is not moving. His head is not moving even now. So he gets caught by Marquez. And ultimately, no head movement as he comes in. Once again. And boom. That's what happens when you don't have head movement when you're attacking your opponent. When you're not defensively responsible. This is the result, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go back to the recent fight he had with Chris Algieri. You'd think Manny Pacquiao would learn, but there he is, moving in with his head stationary. There it is again. This time he ducks under though, but he still gets caught by Chris Algieri as he's coming in. And as usual, off balance he is. In boxing, balance, defensive responsibility is very important. If you're going to attack someone, you must have a route of escape. You must also be able to attack at an angle where you will not be countered. And so complete boxers always have this in mind. This is something that does not come overnight. And if a trainer has you repeatedly making these kinds of flaws, like Amir Khan and Manny Pacquiao, and he's not correcting those flaws which should have been corrected since your amateur days, you're in deep trouble in any fight you go into. You cannot rely on your speed. You cannot rely on your quickness to get you out of those situations. That's all I gotta say. You guys have a great one.